Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of the DuPont Professional Baseball League. It is going to be our pleasure to bring you the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks and the Seibu Lions, as this game is going to go off at a neutral site for these two teams at the Tokyo Dome. And this is going to be the first game in a two-game set that these two teams will play. We're going to give you the starting lineups first for the visitors from Fukuoka. Leading off and playing in center field is number 23, Yukio Shudo. Batting second and left field is number 3, Kensuke Kondo. Hitting third and doing the designated hitting is number 9, Yuki Yanagita. And the cleanup spot and playing third base is number 24, Ryoya Kurihara. Batting fifth and playing second base is number 8, Taisi Makihara. Batting in the sixth spot and playing first base is number 7, Akira Nakamura. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is number 6, Kenta Imamiya. Hitting eighth in right field is number 51, Seiji Ubiashi. And batting ninth and doing the catching is number 19, Takuya Kai. And they are going to be facing Kaima Taira, who takes to the hill for the Seibu Lions tonight. He is 1-0 on the year. This is his second start. He's worked 13 innings. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, all of which have been earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 17, and he's pitched to an ERA of 2.08. Well, that's the starting lineup for the Fukuoka Ball Club, and now your starting lineup for the Seibu Lions. Leading off in a right field and wearing number 53 is Aido. Batting second in center field is number 35, Gakuto Wakabayashi. Hitting third and playing second base is number 5, Shuna Tonosaki. Batting in the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 60, Takuya Nakamura. Batting fifth at first base is number 30, David McKinnon. Batting in the sixth spot and playing in left field is number 10, Mark Payton. Hitting seventh and playing third base is number 39, Nin-Ting Wu. Batting eighth and doing the catching is number 22, Yuto Koga. And batting ninth and playing shortstop is number 0, Ryosuke Kadama. And they are going to be facing a right-hander from Fukuoka it is going to be Shuda Ishikawa. He is working his second game of the season. He's got a 1-0 record on the year. 12 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, all of which have been earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 9, and he's got an earned run average of 1.50. Well, those are your starting lineups. We'll be back in just a few minutes with all the action, but we're going to just take a little moment here to give you some musical tunes. We'll be right back after this. Hang tight, everybody. Appreciate you being here with us tonight. Welcome back, everybody. We've got first pitch on the way in a little less than 4 minutes. The starting lineups are already in. We've already given you that announcement, and we are about ready to get this one underway in just a few. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of the channel, and in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. It is first pitch in less than 3 minutes. This game is coming off at the Tokyo Dome, and it is a healthy crowd in this one, as the Seibu Lions are invading the egg tonight for all of the action. We'll be back in just a couple moments after this with all of your action tonight. Welcome back, everybody. It is first pitch time. And for those of you who don't know, it is always a spectacle in Japanese baseball where they have a guest come out and throw out the first pitch. And tonight it is going to be Seibu Lion legend Daisuke Matsuzaka who's going to get the first pitch here at the egg to toss it out. And the best part about it is usually there is a hitter in the batter's box, and that looks like it is Yukio Shudo. And of course, the mascot in behind acting as the umpire. And of course, Daisuke throws himself a strike that Yukio swings at and misses. And we are going to get this one underway in just a couple moments. So it is the Lions and the Hawks in just a few. Appreciate you guys for checking us out tonight. We'll be back in just a moment with all of your action after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Kamatara taking to the hill, and he is starting his warm-up tosses. He has worked 13 innings, as we said, this year, and he has been absolutely electric. His last start was April the 11th. This will be his third start of the 2023 campaign, as he will be facing a loaded Fukuoka SoftBank Hawk lineup. This is one of the toughest lineups in all of the NPB. But Tyra is a tough customer himself. Well, he has completed his warm-up tosses. We're ready to get this one underway. We do welcome our friend Mick 3Y Official and TYN in the house here tonight. We thank you guys for stopping in, amongst others who will join us, I'm sure, throughout the evening. So Tyra has completed his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to get this one underway, as it is Yukio Shudo who steps in. He's getting the nod in center field tonight. The first pitch is a fastball that misses low for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Shudo hitting .244 on the early going. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs. As Tyra kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul down the left field line. Giving chase is Mark Pate, but he's going to watch it drift into the seats. That is going to run the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Shudo was one of my preseason picks when we delivered our predictions for who we thought was going to be the top 9. I really liked the way that he played third base last year. Of course, he's getting the nod in center field tonight as that fastball misses up and away, and the count is now 2-1. I really think that he's got an opportunity to take his game to another level as that fastball misses outside, and the count goes to 3-1 on Shudo. An all-domestic lineup tonight for the Hawks, as there are no import bats in their lineup. There's a fastball swung on, and that one's lifted foul down the left field line, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Shudo. Shudo bats from the left side against the right-handed throwing Tyra, and he is right up on the plate. Curious to see how this game will play out in the egg. As the pitch is delivered, it's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 3-2. Interesting that there are a number of neutral site games around the NPB tonight. But why the Lions are playing their game in Tokyo against the Hawks, that I'm not sure of. We have seen in years past where the Fighters would play some home games. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Tyra walking off the mound like he had strength 3 and the catcher ready to throw down to third. The home plate umpire does not go up with the right hand, and that is going to be ball 4. Shudo is aboard with a leadoff walk. Our friend TYN says the Hawks don't need Gagin. Their hitter Gagin kind of suck. Yeah, well, that's not been a good start for Astadio, nor for Freddie Galvis. In fact, I don't even know if they've got a hit between the two of them. Courtney Hawkins was with them in the preseason, former Chicago White Sox farmhand. So here comes the first pitch to Kensuke Kondo. It's a fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Kondo, in his first year with the Hawks, is hitting .333. He's got a couple of homers and 10 runs batted in. Shudo establishes his lead over at first. He leads the Pacific League with 6 stolen bases. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kondo. Shudo again establishes his lead. He's got 1 foot on the carpet and 1 foot on the dirt, and Taira tosses it over and diving back in time as Shudo. It looked like it was just a token toss as he displayed the quick feet, but he airmailed the ball over there. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to the left-handed hitting Kondo. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball that just misses inside, and the count is 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike to Kondo. I think they're going to have to figure out the home plate umpire here, as the first pitch to Kondo was called a strike, and it was a very similar location on that last one, which was called a ball. So here's the 2-1. It is a fastball that is swung on and fouled away. The count is now 2-2 to Kondo. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Normally, before we do these late night games, I like to get a pregame nap in. Sure wasn't the case tonight, so hopefully we can hold this one up for everybody tonight. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and is fouled away. It's going to reach the seats down the third base line. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is to Kondo. Kondo in his first season with the Hawks. He spent his entire career with the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters up to this point. As he bats here on the side, waiting here on the offering. And there is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Picked a lot of home teams in our predictions today across the NPB. However, I have to say this was not one of them. So the right-hander Taira comes set at the belt, and he is ready to deliver. He kicks and he fires. It's a breaking ball delivered, and that is going to be ball 4. On the run was Shudo. So back-to-back walks to begin the ball game here by the Lions right-hander, and out comes to the mound is the catcher Yuta Koga for a visit. So back-to-back walks to begin the ball game, and that's going to bring up Yuki Yanagita. Well, for Yanagita, he's hitting .297 on the early going. He's got no homers and 1 run batted in. As we said tonight, we are leaning towards the home teams in pretty much every game outside of this one here. So the Hawks are our prediction, but sometimes you got to be careful. A team can score a bunch of runs in the first and then go quiet the rest of the night. As the first pitch is a fastball that misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Runner at second is Shudo. Runner at first is Kondo, and here's the pitch. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. Friend Mick 3Y official says, "Let's go Hawks." Well, they're definitely flapping their wings early here in the first inning. So here comes the 1-1 to Yanagita. Taira checks the runner, and now he delivers. It's a fastball that is in at the knees for a called strike. The count goes to 1-2 on Yanagita. When you look at this lineup from top to bottom, it really runs about 7 hitters deep. And here's the pitch. It is the breaking ball swung on. It's grounded foul over on the first base side. The count remains at 1-2. There's some teams, and I think of the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, they barely have a couple of guys going right now, but there are 7 hitters in this lineup who have something going for the Hawks. So here's the 1-2 pitch. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Yanagita is down on strikes for out number 1. So 1 away, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. Well, for Kurihara on the season, he's hitting .271. He's got 3 homers and 13 runs batted in. He has been a big RBI producer for the Hawks. You're in the middle part of the batting order. As the right-hander Taira gets some rubber, Kurihara steps into the box. Yet another left-handed batter facing the righty Taira. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to just get over the dugout on the third base side. The count is quickly 0-1. Kurihara waggles his bat. as he's waiting here on the offering from Tyra. Tyra gets the signs from his catcher Koga tonight. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is going to be looped into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Shuto, and he is going to score the first run of the ball game. It is an RBI single by Kurihara. And the Hawks here have opened up the scoring 1-0 in the top of the first inning. Stopping at second will be Kensuke Kondo. That'll bring up the second baseman Taisi Makihara to the plate. So just like that, the Hawks are off and flying. Defensively tonight for the Lions, from left to right field. In left field, it is Mark Payton. The center fielder is Gakuto Wakabayashi, and the right fielder is Aido. Around the horn from first to third, it's David McKinnon at first, Shuda Tonosaki at second. Shortstop is Ryosuke Kadama. And at third base, it is Ning-Ting Wu with the battery of Tyra and Koga. And there's a first pitch fastball delivered to Makihara, taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Makihara. Makihara hitting .298 in the early going with no homers and 4 runs batted in. The pitch on the way is fastball swung on and is fouled away, and it's caught the catcher Koga awkwardly. Looks like you may have got him on the quadricep on the left quad. We'll see that high to that again. Nope, took him right on the top of the kneecap. So good thing for him, he's got protection, but that's going to run the count to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. And there's a fastball delivered, and it is swung on and fouled away down the left field line, and it keeps the count at 0-2 to Makihara. TYN asked the question, do you know why they're playing in the Tokyo Dome? And to be honest with you, I really don't. I don't know why they're playing this particular game there. There's a fastball that misses down. It is blocked by Koga. They've got the hung up between second and third. In the rundown, and they have tagged Kondo, and retreating back to first base is the base runner Kurihara. Oh boy, that was some boneheaded base running right there at its finest. It was a ball that was spiked into the dirt. It was a decent block by Koga. He chased it up the third base line, and Kondo had ran just a little bit too far. Oh, but it looks like the runner from first to second is going to be able to make his way to second, which is where Kurihara still has at, and he's going to be in scoring position. But that's going to go down as a putout 2-6 for the second out of the inning. And there's the pitch delivered. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now going to remain at 0-2 to Makihara. So some poor base running there by the Hawks, that is for sure. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is as the right-hander goes back to work. He delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. I say certain players sometimes that you watch and you have confidence in when they run the bases. Sometimes it is nail-biting time. And when Masataka Yoshida played for the Buffaloes, a lot of nail-biting when he was running the bases. As there's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2. Makihara will be followed by Akira Nakamura should he get on base. As the right-hander Tyra ready to go back to work, he looks in and gets the sign from his catcher. He shakes him off a couple of times, and now he gets the one he likes. And here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. And that is going to do it as Makihara goes down on strikes for the third out of the inning. But the Hawks get on the board early here. They had a run in the inning on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We're through a half inning. It is the Hawks 1. The Lions coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for listening in here tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Hello? Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game, really exciting, lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course, I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game, as he is got all kinds of crazy things up his sleeve. Well, that is going to be the right-hander. It is going to be Shuta Ishikawa who is going to start things here for the Hawks. As the first pitch is on the way to Ito, it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Lots of backdoor run on that first fastball. He wastes no time, does Ishikawa. He gets the ball and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. That's quickly 0-2 to Ito. Ito batting .304 with a couple of homers and 4 RBIs. Off to a strong start this year, and there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away right at home plate. And the count remains at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Ishikawa is one of the quicker workers when nobody is on base. He gets the ball and he goes to work quickly. Here comes the 0-2 offering, and it's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is now 1-2 to Ito. Ito, as we said, off to a good start here this year for the Seibu Lions, and there's a breaking ball swung on and is missed. It is trapped by Kai. He has to get out and throw the ball to first, and that is going to retire Ito. It's a strikeout that goes in the books as 2-3 for the putout, and that is going to be out number 1 here in the first. It'll bring up Kuda Wakabayashi. Well, for Wakabayashi, this is his first game of the season. The third-year player getting the nod in center field tonight. That is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Wakabayashi batting from the right side against the righty Ishikawa, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is hammered through the 6-hole into left field. Wakabayashi is aboard with a base hit, his first hit of the year in his first at bat. That is going to bring up the second baseman, Shuta Tonosaki. Well, for Tonosaki, he's having himself a good start to the season. He's batting .273 with a couple of homers and 6 RBIs as he strides to the dish. Watched him play last year quite a bit, and we were a little bit concerned about his erraticness in the field and general erraticness at the plate. But he settled in toward the end of last season, and it looks like he's picked up where he's left off, and he's batting in the 3-hole here tonight for the Lions, and it's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Tonosaki. Wakabayashi establishes his lead over at first. As he gets his lead, the right-hander Ishikawa holds set to the belt. He checks the runner and now delivers. It's a fastball swung on and it's lifted foul over on the first base side. Runs the count to 0-2 to Tonosaki. The Lion fans are wearing predominantly white in the stands. They are bouncing up and down in rhythm and in unison in the outfield section, as it is no balls and 2 strikes here to Tonosaki. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count is 1-2. Defensively tonight for the Hawks, from left to right, it is Kondo in left, Shuto in center, and Ubiashi is in right. Around the horn from first to third, Nakamura is at first, Makihara is at second. Imamiya is the shortstop, and the third baseman tonight is Kurihara with the battery of Ishikawa and Kai. And there they throw over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner Wakabayashi. So Tonosaki in the hole here at 1-2. Ishikawa ready to go back to work again as he gets his sign from his catcher. And he holds set at the belt. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses outside. Off goes the runner to second base. And the throw down to second is in time. And Wakabayashi is going to be caught stealing. He is going to be put out 2-6 for the second out of the inning. He will be retired there. That last pitch was a ball to Tonosaki. Watch it again. It looked like he had a pretty good jump. But Ishikawa was quick to the plate. And it was Takuya Kai able to deliver a strike to the covering shortstop. And there is a fastball delivered to Tonosaki. He takes it for a called third strike. And that is going to do it here in the first inning as the Lions unconventionally go down 1-2-3. There was no runs in the inning. There was a hit. Of course, Wakabayashi was retired in the caught stealing. There was nobody left aboard. We're now moving to the top of the second inning. Your scores: the Hawks 1, the Lions nothing. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you all for stepping in here with us tonight.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be moving to the top half of the second inning in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for bouncing in here with us tonight. We'll be back in 30 for all the action. Hang tight. We'll be right with you. Welcome back, everybody. The first pitch is offered by Kaima Taira. It's a fastball that misses outside to Akira Nakamura. Nakamura batting here in to lead off the second inning, and there's a split finger pitch that misses on the counts quickly now 2-0. Nakamura hitting .297 on the season with a homer and 6 RBIs. Yet another left-handed stick in the lineup here for the Hawks. It's the right-handed throwing Taira, and there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 2-1. Nakamura, Imamiya, and Ubiashi here to bat in the second inning as the batter Nakamura asks for time and slowly steps away. So here comes the 2-1 pitch, and it is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Nakamura. Taira ready to go back at it again. There's a breaking ball that just catches the outside corner, and the count now runs full. Taira has picked up his pace. He's working very quickly tonight as well. So 3 balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside. It's going to be ball 4, and that's going to be the 3rd walk issued already here in the ballgame by Taira. He's showing that he's having some difficulty with the command of his pitches. He did enter the ballgame tonight with 7 base on balls in 13 innings, and that's not a good sign for the right-hander, especially early on. Usually early on, pitchers are not as tired. They have a tendency to be a little bit better with their control. So that does not bode well for the right-hander here. Well, that brings Kenta Imamiya to the plate. And Imamiya is batting .250 on the season, but you have to think that he is in a sacrifice bunt situation because that's what Imamiya usually does. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. He showed nothing of it there, but Imamiya does like to bunt. He is got all kinds of sacrifice hits. He's the all-time leader in the Pacific League. And the right-hander holds set, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into the left center field. Moving over underneath it is the center fielder, Wakabayashi. He's going to make the catch. Retreating back to first base is Nakamura, and Imamiya is gone for the first out of the inning. So 1 away here, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Seiji Ubiashi. Well, for Ubiashi on the season, he's hitting .214. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. As we said, there is another left-handed stick in the lineup as he bats here against the right-hander Tyra. It's a fastball that misses outside for ball one. The count is 1-0. Biashi was enjoying a nice start to his season last year until he injured his knee and put him out for the rest of the year. As the 1-0 is on the way, it's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-1. Arguably, it was the makings of the best year of his career, and he was taking advantage of it, as there were some other players for the Hawks that were out injured. He had himself in 93 at bats. He was hitting .301. A fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1 to Ubiashi. But his season was cut short way too early, but he's getting the nod here tonight in right field as Yuki Yanagita has the designated hitting assignment. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 2-2 to Ubiashi. Healthy crowd at the Tokyo Dome tonight. I would expect that the attendance there is going to be close to capacity, if not at capacity. As here's the 2-2 on the way. It is a breaking ball that misses outside. That's going to be 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. It is to Ubiashi. Right-hander Tyra ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from his catcher and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on it. It is slapped foul down the first base line. Again, the count is going to remain at 3-2 to Ubiashi. Full slate of games around the NPB tonight, and we'll keep you updated on all the action from around the NPB as the games move along. And we appreciate those, whether you listen live or on delay, for being with us. I don't know what the problem is at the Jinju Stadium. There's a fastball swung on it, is lined down the left field line foul, and the count is going to remain at 3-2 to Ubiashi. All the games are underway except for that game. That's actually not at the Jinju Stadium. It's the neutral site game. But we don't have any update on that one as of yet. So 3 balls and 2 strikes as Tyrell set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. There goes the runner down to second. And the throw down is in time, and that's going to retire. Nakamura caught stealing. That is going to go down as a 2-6 putout for the third out of the inning. So the old strike him out, throw him out. It's going to end the inning here for the Hawks. Well, the Hawks, in their half of the inning, they had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Their score as we move to the bottom of the second inning, it is the Lions 1 and the Hawks 1 and the Lions no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments after this with all the action for you again.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the second inning. It's going to be the heart of the Lion batting order to come to bat. It'll be Nakamura, McKinnon, and Payton to face the right-hander Shuta Ishikawa. I'll have to say that Kaimatiro was certainly very fortunate, as he's only given up the 1 run in the first 2 innings. He's a bit of an escape artist, as he has 3 walks charged against him, and they always say it's hard to defend a walk. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside to Nakamura for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Ishikawa wastes very little time. He goes right back to work, and here's the pitch. It is a Breaking ball missing down and away. The count is now 2-0. He's pitching the big fella very delicately. Nakamura off to a good start this year, hitting .313 with a homer and 3 RBIs. He's drinking from the fountain of youth. As there is a fastball that misses upstairs, the count is now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to the big fella. As the right-hander ready to go again. We've got Andy in the house. There is a fastball that misses just upstairs. That's going to be ball 4. That is going to walk Nakamura for the first base runner here in the second inning for the Seibu Lions. Andy says he believes that the Lions, who are obviously from nearby Saitama, just north of Tokyo, play 1 or 2 games there per year at the Egg. Giants are playing the Bay Stars today in Nagasaki and tomorrow in, it looks like, Sega. Interesting, as that is the neutral site stuff we're seeing. And there's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for strike 1 to David McKinnon. McKinnon hitting .241 with a homer and 4 RBIs. He's waiting on the offering, and it pitches a fastball that misses down, and the count goes even to 1-1. Our friend Andy sent me an email the other day, and I got back to responding to you twice. I sent you one about an hour ago, so now you've got the hunt for some curry pawn by Osaka Station. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-1 on McKinnon. McKinnon hit a home run in the opening series for the Lions, and he's been quiet ever since. But he has started to pick his average up a little bit as he's at that .241 mark entering tonight's ball game. As the right-hander Ishikawa holds set. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. It's going to even the count to 2-2 on McKinnon. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. McKinnon went chasing on that last pitch. He definitely would have been 3-1 had he not went after it. Here comes the 2-2. As Ishikawa holds set, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on it, is lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the first baseline, and it's going to keep the count at 2-2. Andy says he's going to go for sure. It looks great, and it's the 2 train stations. There's Shin Osaka Station, and then there's Osaka Station. So hopefully the clues where the subway is, or the metro, as there's a fastball swung on it, is popped up over on the right side, shallow right field. Moving back on it as the second baseman, it's Makihara. He's waving off the right fielder Ubiyashi, and he's going to make the catch. And McKinnon is going to be retired for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the left fielder Mark Payton. So as I mentioned to Andy, I sent him the email, and it had the metro station. It had a picture of the place, and then, of course, the curry pond. And what was great about that particular curry pond was the amount of filling. You can get curry pond at the grocery stores at Life or different ones, but it had to be the amount of filling at that bakery that was the most impressive. So here comes the first pitch to Mark Payton. It's a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-0. All kinds of very interesting delicacies you can get when you are in Japan. And that curry pond is one of them. So 1 ball and no strikes to Payton as he bats here with the runner Nakamura at first and 1 gone. And the pitch on the way, it's a fastball that just misses up and away, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Mark Payton. Payton, of course, in his first season with the Saitama Seibu Lions, he had spent time with the Chicago White Sox organization last year. He's batting .213 with a couple homers and 9 RBIs. As the pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball swung on it, is belted foul down the right field line. That's going to run the count to 2-1. He kind of reminds me in some ways in stature to Brian O'Grady, who the Lions had last year. And I'm waiting to see where the upgrade is in Payton to O'Grady. O'Grady hit about, I believe if I had to look it up off the top of my head, he hit about .240 last year. He had a little bit of pop in the stick. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded slowly over to second. They go to second for 1, back to first, and it's going to be an inning-ending double play. That's going to go in the books as a 4-6-3 double play here to end the second inning. There was no runs in the inning. There were no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 2 complete. It is the Hawks no score, the Hawks 1 and the Lions no score. We're going to have to make sure we get up and get some more hot chocolate or more caffeine. We're going to make it through this one here tonight. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We are coming back to you with the top of the 3rd inning. Coming to bat for the Hawks, it's going to be the catcher, Takuya Kai, then the top of the order with Yukio Shudo and Kensuke Kondo. So 9-1-2 in the batting order here to come to bat. Well, Tyra has had his struggles here with the command of his pitches. 3 walks in the first 2 innings. And the first pitch is on the way. It is a breaking ball that just misses for ball 1. The count is 1-0. I'm going to be surprised if he's going to be around for a while. 45 pitches in the first 2 innings. So there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-0 to Takuya Kai. You certainly don't want to walk the 9-hole hitter. And that has been his problem tonight, is the command of his pitches. And the right-hander delivers. It's a fastball that catches the inside corner, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Kai. Right-hander against the right-hander. Tyra kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left center field. Moving over underneath it is Wakabayashi, and he's going to make the catch. That is going to retire Kai for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and it'll bring up the center fielder, Yukio Shudo. Well, for Shudo, he's hitting .244 on the season. He walked his first time up and scored the only run of the ball game. Got to be careful with him. He's got some wheels. He can drop the bunt down from time to time. And here comes the first offering now from Tyra. It's on the way. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul down the left field line. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Shudo. Tyra steps off the rubber, and he has to make an adjustment to himself before he goes back at it again. Right-hander leans in, and he works to the set position. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1-1 to Shudo. Tyra needs a quick inning here of a low amount of pitches, as there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 1-2. As we said, that pitch count's going to ranch it up for him here. The good news is, in the first game of the week, got a fresh bullpen from yesterday, and there's a fastball swung on and missed. And Shudo is down on strikes. He's retired for the 2nd out of the inning. It's going to leave it all up to the left fielder, Kensuke Kondo. Well, for Kondo, he walked his first time up, but he was erased on a base-running blunder in the first inning. The catcher, Koga, had blocked the ball, and then the runner going from 2nd to 3rd, being Kondo, got caught in no man's land as there was a breaking ball that misses down. The count is 1-0. It was a bad read, and he ended up getting hung out to dry. For that 2nd out of the inning, there was a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 2-0, which ultimately was a bit of a rally killer there in the first inning. They had an opportunity to pound out some more runs. They only came away with 1. There's a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Kondo, without a doubt, though, is a very proficient hitter. A professional hitter in every sense of the word. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The Count is now 2-2 to Kondo. The former Fukuoka SoftBank Hawk, the current Fukuoka SoftBank Hawk and former Hokkaido Nippon Ham fighter. Spent most of his, in fact, all of his career up until this year. There's a fastball swung on it, has popped up over on the left side of the infield. Moving over underneath it is the shortstop, Kadama, and he's going to make the catch. And Kondo is going to be retired for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it. There was no runs in the inning. There were no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the third inning. This game's got a little bit of zip to it. Score is the Hawks 1 and the Lions. No score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action here. 1-0 for the Hawks. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving now to the bottom half of the third inning. It is going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to come to bat to face Ishikawa. That means it's going to be Ninting Wu, Yudo Koga, and Ryosuke Kadama. Get things going here in the third inning. Well, for Wu, he is batting .300 on the early going. He's 3 for 10. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. He had himself a very effective World Baseball Classic for the disappointing Taiwanese. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Did have some clutch hits and drove in some runs. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 2-0. I like the way that he plays. I like his versatility, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold down an everyday job with the Lions, as there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. How he is going to be able to be used and how he plays. As there's a fastball swung on it, is grounded foul just past the bag at first base. Runs the count to 2-2 on Wu. But he just seems to be missing out. We've seen that he's played second base. We've seen him at third. We've seen him at first in the past. Of course, he's also been a designated hitter. So here's the 2-2 pitch as Ishikawa delivers a fastball that's swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ninting Wu. This game here is moving right along, and there's a fastball swung on it, is lifted down the left field line, and that ball is going to reach the seats. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the only game right now that's got any scoring in it. All the rest of the games are locked up at 0. Actually, check that. There's another game that's got a run. It is the Fighters have a run against the Marines as a fastball misses down and in. The count is now 3-2 to Wu. No update out of the game between the Dragons and the Swallows. That game has not started yet. There's a fastball that misses up and in. That's going to be ball 4. Wu is going to be bored with a leadoff walk here in the third inning, and that'll bring up the catcher, Yudo Koga. Leadoff walks can always come back to haunt you in the last half inning. Nakamura was erased in a double play. But here we are in the third inning, and yet another leadoff walk. So Koga stepped to the plate. He's hitting .235. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. He bats from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Ishikawa, and he's already squaring to bunt. But instead, Ishikawa throws over to first base, and diving back safely is the base runner Wu. friend Andy, who was in here earlier, I don't know if he's still in the stream or not, but I don't know if he's had a chance to get to the Baseball Hall of Fame at the Tokyo Dome. It's certainly not like the Hall of Fame that you would see in North America. There is a fastball. It is bunted right back to the pitcher. Ishikawa fields it. He throws over to first, and that is going to retire Koga on a sacrifice 1-4. It's going to advance Wu over to second. He's in scoring position, and it's going to bring Ryosuke Kadama to the plate. There is history. There's no doubt about it. If you've ever been to Cooperstown in New York, Cooperstown is, when I was there in 1984, there was, it seemed like 3 buildings, about 2 or 3 stories tall, with all kinds of artifacts and stuff. I haven't been there in pushing now almost 40 years, but what a great experience it was to get to Cooperstown. In Japan, there's a lot of great stuff there too. It's just not as developed as what the one in Cooperstown is all about. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. But a lot of history for sure in the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-0. Andy says, as far as he knows, the Swallows are playing at the Bochin Stadium, and that's actually absolutely correct. It is the neutral site game. They're not showing anything. I have to go and take a look maybe onto Twitter, see if that game has been delayed because of rain. So 2 balls and no strikes to the shortstop Kadama, who bats here with 1 gone and a runner on second. Pitch on the way. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the right side of the infield. Moving over underneath it is the second baseman, Makihara. He's going to call off Nakamura and make the catch. That's going to retire Kadama for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to the leadoff hitter, Aido. Well, for Aido tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. As he strides to the plate here to face the right-hander Ishikawa for the second time. His average is dipped to 298 on the campaign. As the right-hander leans in and he gets his sign from his catcher, Takuya Kai. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that darts in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Lots of backdoor movement on that pitch from Ishikawa. He's got a lot of arm side run. It looks like it's going to be off the plate, and it darts back in across. Hitters, that could blow up some bats if he comes in under the hands. There's a fastball that just misses outside, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Aido. We're here in the bottom half of the third inning. 0-0 scoreline for the Hawks. As the right-hander gets his sign, and now he works to the set position. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted foul down the right field line. Giving chase is the first baseman Nakamura, but he's going to watch it drift into the temporary seating. Runs the count to 1-2 on Aido. It is definitely a whiteout in the egg. Lots of white jerseys and T-shirts all the way around. As the right-handed hitting Aido waits here on the offering. And coming to the set position is Ishikawa. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly to short. Fielded by Imamiya. He throws to first, and that is going to do it as Aido has been retired on a groundout 6-3 for the third out of the inning. And that will do it here. There was no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, but there was 1 runner left aboard. You're now through 3 complete. Your score is Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 1 and the Seibu Lions no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call just a couple moments after this. And one question I'll ask Andy is, have you seen any jerseys in any big sizes? Because that might be the bigger hunt to have to find. I'll be right back after I get myself a hot chocolate so we can carry on here with this one. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the fourth inning. It is a 1-0 ball game for the Hawks. Each team has one hit in this one so far. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat. That means it's going to be Yuki Yanagita, Ryoya Kurihara, and Taisi Makihara to face the right-hander Taira. As we're ready to resume the action here, and the first pitch from Taira is a breaking ball that misses down for ball one. The count is 1-0. It was 58 pitches in the first 3 innings for Taira, as he's not been very efficient. There's another breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-0 to Yanagita. Yanagita tonight struck out his first time up. He's seen his average slip to 289 on the early going. The right-hander Taira works to the set, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-1 on Yanagita. So 2 balls and 1 strike. We're here in the top of the fourth inning. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 2-2. That last pitch, I have to say, I'm not so sure about that. Boy, did the catcher, Kuga, really have to... He dragged that one outside. I wouldn't have given him that pitch at all. Fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Our friend Titus is in the house. God is great. He is here from the land of the rising sun. We welcome you to the stream. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on. It is grounded on 1 hop, fielded by the first baseman McKinnon, who wins the race to the bag. And that is going to retire Yuki Yanagita for the first out of the inning. It goes as a ground out to 3. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. Our friend Titus asks how we're doing, and we're doing pretty good. We're going to have to live on a steady diet of coffee and caffeine tonight to make it through this one. Some people like a pre-game meal. I prefer a pre-game nap, and we had neither of them tonight. So here's the first pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1 to Kurihara. Kurihara's got the only hit for the Hawks tonight so far. He had an RBI single in the first inning. The pitch on the way is a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Kurihara is off to a great start this year, and the pitch is a fastball that backs him off the plate, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. As the right-hander works to the set, does Taira, and he delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is golf foul, well into the seats down the right field line, and that keeps the count now at 2-2. Last pitch there, boy, did he get the barrel out on that one, and it just went for a ride. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the line in left field. Giving chase is Peyton, and he's looking up, and it's off the wall. It's going to get down, rounding first and heading to second is the batter, Kurihara, and he's going to get himself the second hit of the ball game. He's got all the Hawks hits here tonight, as he's got himself a 1-out double, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Taisi Makihara. Well, for Makihara, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up. So the Hawks are looking to pad their lead here with the runner in scoring position and 1 gone. I have to say, Taira here tonight is in a lot of trouble. He's had a hard time commanding his pitches, difficulty throwing his strikes. He's already going to deliver pitch number 70 here in the fourth inning, and it's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Makihara. He may have to put Taira back into the lab and work on his command a bit. So the 1-0 pitch, here we go, as he checks the runner and now delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly over to first, but it's just going to go foul. That is going to run the count now to 1-1 on Makihara. Makihara's average slipped to 292 after that strikeout in the first inning. No homers and 4 RBIs on the young campaign. Establishing his lead at second is Kurihara, and here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-1. I have to say that Tyra here has 4 strikeouts in his 3+ innings of work to go with those 3 walks. As we said, it is not the most pitch efficient ball game for him tonight. Here comes the 2-1 offering. That's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count now goes to 3-1. Well, they do have an open base here, which will set up the force and a potential for a double play. So that's where we stand here. Makihara waiting now on the 3-1 offering as the right-hander Tyra holds set and now delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on, tap foul over on the first base side. That's going to run the count to 3-2 on Makihara. Curious to see what the life expectancy for Tyra would be here tonight. Is he going to be able to get to 100 pitches? And at what point are they going to go to the bullpen? This does not set up well for the Lions for the rest of this mini set. Here's the 3-2. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to third. They check the runner back to second, over to first. And that is going to retire Makihara on a ground out 5-3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 away. They still have the runner Kurihara in scoring position, and that'll bring up the first baseman Nakamura. Friend Andy says he tries to avoid looking at jerseys, but I would need an extra large or at least a roomy large. But I don't want to tempt myself. No room in the luggage. We're on the road for another 3 more months. Yeah, that could be a problem. Usually what I do when I go to, well, forget Japan, when I've been on other holidays, when I went to Costa Rica a number of years ago, and I've been to Europe a number of times, I always take a full bag with me. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. And I bring a lot of old clothes. I'd say half of the clothes I have will never see the light of day in North America again. I wear them. Instead of washing it, we toss them out. And that leaves me a lot of opportunity to bring things back. And there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is now 0-2. Our friend Big Chief in the house tonight. We welcome the Chief. So no balls and 2 strikes as Nakamura ready to deliver, receive again as Tyra ready to deliver to Nakamura, and it's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-2. So the plan this year is to try to look for something. I got a friend of mine who used to play in the Independent League and the Can-Am League, who actually works at the flagship Mizuno store in Osaka. He manages that particular store. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And it is a breaking ball swung on. It is tapped softly over to third. It is fielded by the third baseman, Wu, who throws on the run, and that's going to retire Nakamura. It's going to go as a ground out 5-3 for out number 3 here in the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. You're now through 3.5. It is the Seibu Lions trailing the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 1-0. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with the bottom of the 4th inning after this. Welcome back, everybody. Ishikawa has completed his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to get this one back underway as it'll be Wakabayashi, Tonosaki, and Nakamura to come to bat. That is the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the batting order to face the right-hander Ishikawa. And the first pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. 42 pitches through the first 3 innings for the Fukuoka right-hander, as he is cruising here so far, and there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. Ishikawa wastes very little time. There's a fastball swung on it. Is grounded softly over to second. Makihara fields it. He throws to first. That is going to retire Wakabayashi on a ground out 4-3 for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that is going to bring up the second baseman, Shuta Tonosaki. Still only 1 hit for the Lions, 2 hits in this one so far for the Hawks. As we'd like to say it is a well-pitched game, well, I would have to say that it's been fortunate for both of these pitchers, as maybe the more fortunate for Taira, as he has issued himself 4 walks in his 4 innings of work. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0 to Tonosaki. On the flip side here for Ishikawa, as he goes back to work and delivers a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. He has been much more efficient with his pitches, but he too has walked a couple of batters in his 3+ innings of work. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Moving back onto the warning track and looking up, and this one is gone. A home run for Shuta Tonosaki. And just like that, the score is all knotted up at ones with that solo shot the other way. So as Tonosaki rounds the bases, that ties the score line up. That's now going to bring up the designated hitter, Takeya Nakamura. Well, for Nakamura tonight, he walked his first time up and he was erased in a double play. So that brings the Lions faithful to their feet. As now, even though Taira has had his struggles tonight, with 1 pitch, this game is tied back up. So the first pitch to Nakamura is delivered. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Nakamura batting .313 in the early going with a homer and 3 RBIs. He pitches a fastball swung on it, is popped up over on the third base side, giving chases to Takuya Kai, but he's going to run into the dugout and watch the ball bounce off the netting. And that is going to run the count to 0-2 to the big fella Nakamura. So no balls and 2 strikes. Just a couple of notes. We will be back on the airwaves later in the week. As the first pitch is offered, it's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's going to be trouble. And this one here is going to be gone. A home run. Back-to-back home runs here by the Lions in the 4th inning. And just like that, they've turned the table on this one. It is a 2-1 lead for the Lions. How about that? Looked like the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks were going to be cruising here. The next thing you know, back-to-back shots. The Tokyo Dome have put the Lions out in front 2-1. Well, that's going to bring up David McKinnon to the plate. And for McKinnon, he's hitting 240, entered the game hitting 241. And he's got the potential here to be able to put another one into the seats, because when he steps to the box, he is in scoring position. So McKinnon steps up. Nakamura's 2nd home run of the year, by the way. So McKinnon steps in, and the right-hander Ishikawa ready to go at it again. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. There is a little bit more scoring around the NPB now as that fastball misses, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes. The Bay Stars lead the Giants 1-0. The Swallows lead the Dragons 1-0. It must have been a problem with the ticker. Nothing with the Tigers and the Carp. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 2-1. Only game where there is still no score other than the Carp and the Tiger game. It's the Buffaloes and the Eagles at 0-0. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 3-1. The Marines have now taken the lead on the Fighters 2-1. That's in the bottom of the 4th inning at Escon Field. So 3 balls and 1 strike to McKinnon. And here's the offering. It is a fastball that misses outside. They appeal down to the first base umpire, but they said he went. That runs the count now to 3-2. He couldn't hold up his swing. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to McKinnon as he waggles the bat. And here comes the offering from Ishikawa. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is knifed foul down the right field line. It's going to keep the count at 3-2. So as Kyra has struggled, he's also, to his credit, battled. And he now finds himself with a 2-1 lead here in the 4th inning. If he can get through one more inning, he'll probably pass it to the bullpen. And there's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and McKinnon is aboard with a 1-out walk. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Mark Payton, but it's also going to bring the pitching coach out of the Hawk dugout on a full sprint to the mound. So Ishikawa all of a sudden losing the command of his stuff as he issues his 3rd free pass of the night. So back-to-back jacks, Tanasaki to right field and Nakamura into the left field seats. Have put the Lions out in front here 2-1 in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We had to wait on that one. It looked like that ball might have hooked around the foul pole, but he did a really good job of staying inside the baseball, did Nakamura, as he deposited that one into the seats. When you think of Nakamura, he is not a young man anymore, and he is getting the nod tonight at DH. But he broke in way back in 2003. He's hit up a pile of home runs in his career. That was number 456. First pitch breaking ball misses to Payton for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Long gone are the years where he hit 48 homers or 37 or 34. He hit over 30 a number of times in his career. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball that misses down. The count is now 2-0. By my count, 6 times in his career, he hit 30 or more home runs, did Takeya Nakamura. As it's 2 balls and no strikes to Payton. Now Ishikawa's pitch count is starting to get away from him. He was really economical through the first 3. But he is now going to be into the 60-plus pitch category now. There's the breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count now is 2-1 on Payton. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Right-hander ready to go back to work as he gets the sign from his catcher, Kai. And now he nods in agreement as he works to the set position and delivers. It's a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. Now the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. I have to preserve the voice a little bit tonight. If we're going to get through this one, we're already raspy and we're in the 4th inning. The weather here has not been great in our parts. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 3-2 to Payton. We'll keep our eye on the runner McKinnon to see if he is on the move. McKinnon is not particularly a fleet-of-foot runner, but they may want to get him in motion to stay out of the double play. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Payton as the right-hander works to the set. And then instead he throws over to first, and they had the right idea because it looked like McKinnon might have been going the other way. As he looked like he was leaning toward going to second base. He's able to scamper back in time. So 3 balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander holds set. Now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses down. It's going to be yet another base on balls issued by Ishikawa. That's going to put runners at first and second. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Ning-Ting Wu. Well, for Wu on the evening, he is officially does not have an at-bat yet. He has a walk to his name. So 4 free passes now issued by Ishikawa, and there is action in the Fukuoka bullpen. They have a lefty and a righty up. So they are on high alert. So the righty Ishikawa leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher. He works set to the belt. He checks the runner McKinnon at second. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner to Wu, and the count is quickly 0-1. Wu batting .300 on the year, 3 for 10 in the early going with no homers and 1 RBI. The crowd has got their flags out, and it's quite the spectacle at the Egg. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and is lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats over behind the third base dugout. So no balls and 2 strikes it is to Wu. As we said, a quality crowd here at the Tokyo Dome to watch these 2 teams play tonight. I don't know if it's a full house or not. Hard to tell. Looks like there's a few empty seats, but not many. There's no balls and 2 strikes here to Ninkang Wu. The pitch is on the way. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1-2 to Wu. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Friend Andy is checking out. He says adios for now. Well, Andy, we appreciate you for bouncing in here tonight. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as Wu is waiting here on the offering from right-hander Ishikawa. Ishikawa is a different guy when there's runners on base. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count goes even to 2-2 on Wu. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. As the right-hander gets the ball and rubs it up and ready to go back to work again. And here comes the offering. It's a fastball swung on, and it is lifted foul, and the count now is going to remain at 2-2 to Wu. As we said, we've got the home team in all but 1 game, and that game would be this game as we pick the Hawks to win. And right now across the board, you've got 2 home teams that are winning. And you've also got 1 game that is a tie right now at 0-0 between the Tigers and the Carp. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. Moving over to his left and making the catch is Ubiyashi. He's going to throw it back in. None of the runners have tagged. That is going to be the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to Yuto Koga. Watch that again. I have to take a look to see why David McKinnon didn't tag. It's not like Yanagita. Yanagita's got a cannon out there in right field. Ubiyashi, don't know how his arm plays out. But I've seen him play. Usually he is in left field. That doesn't mean a whole lot, as it is usually Yuki Yanagita's position in right. So striding to the plate is Koga. He is officially 0 for 0 tonight as he had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. He's hitting .235 on the early going. No homers and 1 RBI. And the pitch is a fastball swung on. It is taken on 1 hop by the first baseman. Beautiful play over there by Nakamura, and he's going to step on the bag and take it himself. That ball was hit like a missile off the bat of Koga. He's going to go ground out to 3 for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here in the bottom of the 4th. Well, the Lions scored twice, back-to-back homers by Tonosaki and by Nakamura. 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. Through 4 complete, it is the Lions 2 and the Hawks 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action right after this. Appreciate you all for being with us. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be back with the call here in just a couple moments, as it is the Lions and the Hawks 2-1 Lions as we're moving to the top of the fifth inning. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to come to bat for Fukuoka in their half of the fifth inning. And it'll be Imamiya, Ubiashi, and Kai to get things going here against Kaima Taira. We're having a tongue twister tonight going on in my mouth. There's a first pitch breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. 79 pitches through 4 innings for the right-hander from Seibu. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count now goes to 0-2 on Imamiya. Imamiya flew up to center field his first time up. He is 0-1 in this one. As they are ready to go again as he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. This game here, as we said, up to this point has had a pretty decent clip to it. Here's the 1-2. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2. But once we get past that fifth inning, that's usually where the game can come to a screeching halt. The bullpen arms come in and becomes a festival of pitching after that. The way it looks like here, if Taira can get through this inning, we'll see if he is going to get out for the 6th. And there's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-2. I'd be surprised if he made it out for the 6th inning. I would think the pitching parade for the Lions is going to begin sooner than later as the right-hander holds set. And now he delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on, and it's tap foul at home plate. The count remains at 2-2 to Imamiya. But with that being said, right-hander here may end up settling in and being able to go for a little bit longer. As the 2-2 pitch is ready to be served up to the right-handed hitting shortstop. It's on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 3-2. Mia has given a battle here to Taira. This is going to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here to the right-handed hitting shortstop. And there's a fastball swung. This ball is lined in the right field. That's going to be right to the glove of Ito. Has to move over to his right to make the grab. He hit that ball right on the screws, right to the glove of the right fielder, and he is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Seiji Ubiashi. Well, for Ubiashi tonight, he is 0-1. He struck out in his only plate appearance. He bats here, facing Taira for the 2nd time. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. His average has dipped down to 207 on the year. 6 hits in 29 plate appearances. Or I should say 29 at bats for Ubiashi. 0-1 on the way. It's a breaking ball swung on and it's grounded foul over on the first base side. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The big fella here ready to go back at it again as Taira works to the set and now delivers. It's a fastball that runs up inside. It's a bit of self-defense there by Ubiashi. Checks his swing and fouls it away. It's going to keep the count at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Taira leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Koga, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left field, and making the catch on it is going to be the shortstop, Kadama, and that's going to retire Ubiashi for the 2nd out of the inning. Looked like he caught him a little bit down the handle of the bat. So 2 gone, and Takuya Kai steps to the plate. He is 0-1 tonight. He had flown up to the center fielder his first time up. as he waits on the first offering, and there's a fastball ticket for a called strike. The count is 0-1. I had that premonition in the first inning when they got the first couple of runners on base and they scored the runner shooto, and I said, well, will their bats be awake or are they going to go silent? Sometimes you see a team score in the first inning, or if they score in bunches, their bats go cold. There's a breaking ball that swung on and missed. The count is now 0-2. You see that so often. Teams will score that run or two in the first inning, and then they get nothing the rest of the way. Well, that's where we're at right now with the Hawks. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Kai. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left center field. Moving back on it is the center fielder, Wakabayashi, and he's going to make the catch on the leap on the warning track. And that is going to put Kai away. Well, Kai sent it for a ride, but he just didn't send it far enough. He is gone for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the fifth. Your score is the Lions 2 and the Hawks 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments after this. Appreciate y'all for being with us here tonight. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving now to the bottom half of the fifth inning. It is slated to come to bat. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters for the Seibu Lions. That means it's going to be Kadama, Ito, and Wakabayashi to face the right-hander Ishikawa. Ishikawa was cruising right along pretty much until that fourth inning. Then with one out, he gave up back-to-back homers to Tonosaki and Nakamura. That has put the Lions out in front 2-1. Really nice play by Wakabayashi in center field there to make the grab in that last half inning. Nice play by the center fielder as he is getting his first start of the year tonight. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball one. The count is 1-0 to Kadama. Kadama 0 for 1 on the evening. His average has dropped to 256. There's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes. So Ishikawa starting to lose his command, and here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count goes to 3-0 on Kadama. I have to wonder, I thought if you would have asked me a couple innings ago, I would have thought that Tyra would have been the one to have exited the game first. There's a fastball ticket for a called strike. The count is 3-1. And Ishikawa was cruising right along, and he just hit a wall there in the fourth. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. It's going to be ball 4. That's going to be the 5th walk issued tonight here by Ishikawa. It's going to bring the top of the order up in Ito. 4+ innings, and he's walked 5 batters on 76 pitches. So that brings Ito to the plate, who is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and grounded out in his 2 trips. The runner Kadama has 1 foot on the turf and the other on the dirt as he establishes his lead over at first base, and they throw over and diving back it is in time. So Ito waiting here on the offering from the right-hander who works to the set position. Now he delivers. It's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1 to Ito. That pitch there kind of fell off the table for Ito. as he went chasing that one. So no balls and 1 strike it is to the Lions right fielder. As the right-hander comes set. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is ripped foul down the left field line. Oh, the third base coach saw his life flash before his eyes. He had to hit the deck on that one. That was an absolute P-Rod. So no balls and 2 strikes it is to the Lions third baseman. I know what that's all about. I remember coaching first base in Edmonton and took a line drive just above the stones. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field, moving back on the warning track and looking up and leaping. And this ball is off the wall. And rounding second and heading to third is going to be Kadama. And it's going to be a double for Ido. The ball was hit in a deep way. It wasn't going to get out of the park. Kondo had leapt, and the ball had just gone off the wall above his glove. But that's going to put runners at second and third with nobody out, and it's going to bring up Gakuto Wakabayashi. Well, for Wakabayashi, he's 1 for 2 on this one. He's got a single and 2 trips. As we said, this is his first game of the year. As Ido acknowledges the crowd as he takes a bow at second base. So the Lions are threatening here with nobody out, looking to pad to their lead. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if Wakabayashi decided to drop a bunt down here. You can bunt a little bit, and they are concerned as they've got the infield into the Hawks. And here's the first pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Based on the way this game is going, I can't see Ishikawa in for the 6th inning of work. I just doesn't have it today. Started off the first 3 innings not so bad, but then lost his command in the 4th inning as he served up a couple of homers and a couple of walks. And there is a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-1 on Wakabayashi. As Wakabayashi waggles the bat, he's waiting here on the offering from the right-hander Taira. Just check that, the right-hander Ishikawa. And there's a breaking ball that swung on and missed. The count is now 1-2. This is going to be the key here. The key for me is going to be able to stay sharp the rest of the way. This is the concentration part. Little late night action here. I'll make sure we got everybody in both the lineups and not be confused. There's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. And Wakabayashi stood there like the house by the side of the road. I'd like to see that one again. I got to tell you, just the way that was received, it sure as heck didn't look like a strike. But down for the first out of the inning is Wakabayashi. We're going to see that one again. I'm sure a little bit later, but that's going to bring up the second baseman in Shuta Tonosaki. Tonosaki opened the scoring for the Lions as he hit a home run his last time up, but we may have ourselves the early pitching change as the manager Fujimoto is indicated as we have the pitching coach out to the mound, and I think that's going to do it. We are going to have ourselves a change as the Hawks are going to the bullpen here with 1 out and 2 on in the bottom of the 5th inning. So stay tuned, everybody. Captain Hook has made his selection. We'll know when we get back who exactly that is. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve.
Hey guys, while the manager's searching for a relief pitcher, let me help you with some relief channels. On top of mine and Freddy's, you can always check out Redbeard Breaks, Zero Fox Sports. You know another Hollis build, check them out again. Maybe Beast and Beauty Breaks, or even Dab's Family. Oh, looks like they have their pitcher, so after the game, check out some other videos by Freddy. They're fun, they're cool. Enjoy the game, peace out, and cheers!
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Katsuki Matayoshi coming on in relief as he is going to be taking over here from the starter Ishikawa. He is going to be working in his 6th ball game. He has no record on the year. He's worked 4 1/3 innings. He's allowed 3 hits, a couple of walks, 1 strikeout. And he is yet to concede an earned run. So this is going to be the right-hander who is coming on. He was originally the 2nd overall draft pick in 2013. That is where he stands here. So that is going to be Tsuki Matayoshi on in relief, pitcher number 2, used now by the Hawks. And if you have to get into a bullpen battle, the Hawks are not the team you want to get into the battle with, as they can actually or outright shut you down. So Matayoshi on in relief, and who is he going to be entrusted to face? Well, he's going to have to face that Shuta Tonosaki, as there's runners at 2nd and 3rd here with the 2 out. Tonosaki 1 for 2 tonight, but the home run was the big blow, the first one that he had, the first one the Lions had back in the 4th inning. He's batting .283 as Tonosaki. His average 10 points on that home run. He's got 3 homers on the year and 7 runs to go with it driven in. So here we go back to the live action as the right-hander Matayoshi holds to the set position. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. You certainly don't want to lose Tonosaki because you've got Takia Nakamura on deck. I think they want to try to get rid of Tonosaki, and if they had to walk Nakamura, maybe to set up a force, they would consider doing it. As the 1-0 pitch is ready to be served up here as Matayoshi holds set and now delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside. The count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes it is. Right-hander ready to go to work. Matayoshi checks the sign from his catcher, Takuya Kai, as he holds set at the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field. And this ball is going to be trouble. And this ball is going to be gone. A home run. The 2nd home run of the game by Shuta Tonosaki. This time it's going to be a 3-run home run. And the Lions are now starting to run away with this one as they have a 5-1 lead here in the 5th inning. So if anybody took the under in this half inning, they're probably or for the first 5 innings, they're probably kicking themselves on that swing of the bat, as that ball has been jettisoned into the left field seats. Coming around to score in front of him, it was Kadama, Ito, and of course Tonosaki with his 2nd big blast of the game. That's going to give him 4 on the season and increase the lead now to 5-1. That's going to bring up Takia Nakamura. The first pitch to Nakamura as a fastball swung on it is grounded through the 6-hole into left field, and Nakamura is going to get his 2nd hit of the ball game. That's the 3rd time tonight he has been on base. So he is continuing his assault on the early season. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, David McKinnon. Well, 5-1, the Lions have added to their lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Unbelievable. The way that Ishikawa was cruising, one would have thought that he was going to be right here with us all the way through. But nope. Wheels fell off the apple cart in the 4th and continued to roll downhill here in the 5th inning. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0 to David McKinnon. McKinnon 0 for 1 tonight. He has popped to 2nd. He drew a walk and was stranded at 2nd base his last time up. 236 on the early going for the right-handed hitting American. As the right-hander now works to the set position. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up over on the right side. Moving over underneath it is the first baseman, and it's going to be hauled in by Nakamura. And that is going to retire McKinnon for the 2nd out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to the left fielder, Mark Payton. Well, for Peyton tonight, he is 0 for 1. He has also drawn a walk. But the big blows in this one, 2 homers and 4 RBIs by Shuta Tonosaki, have the Lions out in front 5-1. Establishing his lead at first is Nakamura. The right-hander Matayoshi ready to go to work again here. As he works to the set position. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. All the other games, the scores are still status quo. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right center field. Racing back and looking up, and this one is gone. Another home run. The 4th run of the ball game. It is the Homer Dome in Fukuoka. This time a 2-run shot by Mark Payton, as he has delivered big here. That's going to be his 3rd homer of the year. Nakamura scores in front of him. And that is going to increase the lead to 7-1, as the Lions are doing a number here to the Hawks. Well, that's going to leave it all up to the 3rd baseman, Ninting Wu. He'll be the 8th hitter of the plate coming up here. So this is the home run derby, Seibu Lions style. There's a breaking ball that misses down. The count is 1-0 to Wu. So Matayoshi has come in and he has made matters worse. As the right-hander kicks and he delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Our friend TYN says this game was hard to watch for Hawks fans. And oh, yeah. As I said in the first inning, when you see teams score a run in the top of the first, they sometimes, or some runs, they sometimes go dry. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Wu. Lions now up 7-1. 4 home runs by Saitama in this one. There's a fastball swung on, grounded softly over to second, fielded neatly by the second baseman Makahara, who throws to first. That's going to retire Wu on a ground out 4-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. But there was damage done, and lots of it here in the 5th inning. There was 5 runs in the inning, and that came on the benefit of 4 hits. There was no errors and nobody left the board. Your score through 5 is the Saitama Seibu Lions 7 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 1. We're going to take a little time out here, as we like to call this the Japanese halftime. We're going to go get ourselves another drink. We're going to make ourselves ready to go in just a few. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back.
All I
Welcome back, everybody. We got a quick look around the scoreboard here from the NPB. It is in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it is a 1-0 lead for the Bay Stars over the Giants. That game is going on in Nagasaki. It is 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning as the Swallows are leading the Dragons. That game is going on in Matsuyama at the Koshin Stadium in Osaka. It's the top of the 6th inning. That game is locked up at zeros between the Carp and the Tigers. Over in the Pacific League, it is a 4-1 lead in the top of the 6th for the Chibalote Marines over the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. The game at the Kyocera Dome in Osaka, it's a 1-0 lead for the Buffaloes over the Golden Eagles. And the score here, as we move to the top of the 6th inning, it is a 7-1 scoreline. And it is unbelievable as Kamataira is still on the mound. 94 pitches through his first 5 innings of work. He's going to be facing the top of the order here in Yukio Shudo, Kensuke Kondo, and Yuki Yanagita. If you would have asked me in the first or second inning the way this was going, I would have been pointing that it would have been still Ishikawa in the ball game and not Taira. If you don't believe me, just go back and listen to the transcribe of this once the game is done. Well, here comes the first offering as Taira delivers. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Shudo. Shudo tonight has scored the only run for the Hawks as he walked and scored in the first inning. He struck out back in the third, and there's a fastball swung on. It's chopped over to second. They're going to have to hurry. And a nice play by Tonosaki to have to get Shudo. It's going to go in the books as a ground out 4-3 for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the left fielder Kensuke Kondo. Well, for Kondo, he is officially 0 for 1 tonight. He popped to the shortstop and he has walked. As he strides to the plate here, the first pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Pitch number 98 of the at-bat or the ball game coming up here for Taira as he holds set and now delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kondo. Taira works, set, he delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kondo waggling the bat, and here's the offering. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-1. Last year, the Seibu Seibu Lions were considered to have one of the worst bullpens in all of the NPB, while this year here, after you take a look and see how it's going to fare out for them. So they're leaving Taira in the ballgame to shorten it for the pen, and there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is now 3-2 to Kondo. Taira ready to go back at it again here as the right-hander gets his sign, and now he works to the set position. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses outside. That's going to be ball 4. Yet another walk issued here by Taira. This is of the 1-out variety, and that will bring up the designated hitter, Yuki Yanagita. Well, this is what they don't want, is to get into the free passes, because as he is tiring out here, a 3-run shot, or a 2-run shot in this case, could chip away at the lead, and the leads can evaporate in a big hurry at the egg. As you know, the Yomiuri Giants can hit home runs like crazy. It's not because they got this spacious park. It's a favorable hitter's park. There's a fastball swung on it, is lined over to the second baseman, Tonosaki, who slides and makes the catch. That's going to retire Yanagita. Yanagita hit the ball hard, right to the glove of Tonosaki. He's gone for the second out of the inning. It's going to leave it all up to Ryoya Kurihara. Well, for Kurihara in this one, he has got 2 hits in both of his trips to the plate. And that means he's got all of the Fukuoka base hits in this one. As the Hawks are trailing here 7-1, they've got 2 hits in the column. The Lions have 7. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Crowd again getting into it for the Lions. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kurihara. Tyra getting stronger as the game goes on. Maybe we see him for a 7th. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted to deep left field. Moving back and making the leap. And did he hang on to it? Mark Payton makes a hell of a catch in left field, slamming into the wall. And that is going to retire Kurihara for the 3rd out of the inning. Oh boy, there's some Gold Glove defense there from Mark Payton, as that is going to put an end to the inning. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is the Seibu Lions 7 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few minutes after this. Appreciate you all for being with us. Welcome back, everybody. The story in this one was the massive crooked number put up on the board in the fifth inning by the Lions. It was 5 runs in the 5th that did the damage to blow this one apart. 7-1 is the scoreline for the Lions, as they will come to bat here in the last half of the 6th inning. The game, of course, being played in the Tokyo Dome tonight. A neutral site game. It is considered a home game for the Seibu Lions. But they are playing their game here tonight at the Egg. A good crowd in attendance, as they are witnessing their team leading the first place Hawks by a 7-1 margin. So we'll see if Tyra even comes back out for another one. I couldn't believe it. Didn't think he was going to make it through to the 5th inning, let alone to almost get to the 7th. So it's going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to come to bat here. And we do have another pitching change, as it is going to be number 50 on the mound for the Hawks, a right-hander. And it's going to be Hugo Bando. Hugo Bando on in relief. 27-year-old taking over here as he rocks into the windup. And he kicks and delivers. It's a first pitch fastball that's spiked up to the plate for ball 1. It's 1-0 to Yuta Congo. So Hugo Bando on in relief. As the right-hander rocks into the windup and he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. Count now goes even to Koga on 1-1. Bando, his record on the season, this is his 5th appearance of the year, as the right-hander kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2. He's worked 4 2/3 innings. He's allowed 4 hits. He has walked none and struck out 3, and he's given up a couple of earned runs. He's got an ERA of 3.86, as that is a fastball that's on the way, and it's swung on and fouled away. Count remains at 1-2 to Koga. 8, 9, and 1 hitters here for the Lions in their half the inning. Koga, Kadama, and Ito all to come to bat here. As the right-hander ready to go back to work again. And he rocks himself into the windup. Now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Koga here waiting on the offering from the right-hander who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on, is grounded through the 6-hole into left field. And Koga is going to be aboard with a base hit. So Lions keep the offense flowing here as Koga has just pounded out the 8th hit of the ball game for the Lions. Some news and notes. We'll be back on the air on the weekend for the Saturday and Sunday games between the Hawks and the Marines. Going to take a day off, going to make our way down to Seattle to catch the Mariners and the Brewers on Wednesday. It'll be Lauer against Marco Gonzalez that we'll get a chance to witness. So excited to see that action for sure. As the right-hander leans in, he gets the sign, and now he works to the set position. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down for a ball, and the count is 1-0 to Kadama. Kadama 0 for 1 officially tonight. He walked his last time up and scored a run, and he's also popped out to second. So officially 0 for 1. The top of the order, Ido to follow here. And here's the 1-0 pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Batting from the right side is the shortstop Kadama, as he's waiting here on the 2-0 offering. Runner at first is Koga, nobody out. 7-1, the Lions have the lead, and here's the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1 to Kadama. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Hawks are going to need to take care of the Lions hitters, and they're going to have to find some instant offense if they want to get back into this one. So 2 balls and 1 strike as the offering here to Kadama is ready to come. Bando kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is chopped over to third. They go to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. It's going to be a fielder's choice. That's going to erase Koga. He's going to go down 5-4 on that fielder's choice for the first out of the inning. Kadama is going to reach first base safely, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Ido. Andy back in here. He says, do you prefer the Pacific League with the DH or the Central League without it? It's a great question, Andy. I have to admit, I am a traditionalist in this regard. I like having the pitchers hit. When I coach young players and young teams, sometimes people, at least in this part of the country, they get fixed too early on guys becoming pitchers only. And they don't learn how to play the game. And especially when you get into that 13, 14-year-old level, I think it's very important. Even 15, 16-year-olds, you need to be able to play multiple positions. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. CV Baseball Card Collector is in the house. We welcome you to the stream. So I do like the fact that the pitchers hit. They have to do certain things, and they're part of the game in the league, certainly in the Central League, as there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 1-1. And the other part is if you want to speed up the game in Major League Baseball, I never understood why they wanted the universal DH. Universal DH means you got an extra hitter in the lineup. If you have a pitcher in the lineup, basically the batting average of a pitcher is about 100 points lower than what a DH would be. And it's kind of a dead out in your lineup. So they're going to have to sacrifice bunt. They're going to have to move runners along. 1-1 on the way. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted. Foul way down the left field line. Way out in front of it was Ido. If we were playing cricket, that would have went for 6. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ido as he bats here with the runner at first and 1 away. So yeah, I do like the fact that the pitchers hit. The 1-2 offering is ready to come. The right-hander leans in and he works to the set position. And now he kicks and fires. It's spiked up to the plate. Nice block there by Takuya Kai to keep it in front of him, and the count runs now to 2-2. when I was a young kid growing up, I used to like the DH. I used to prefer that. But of course, as you've gotten older, and what it's done is the designated hitter in some ways has taken the strategy out of the North American game. The bunting is gone. You don't have to bunt to get guys over. The stealing was gone because you have the extra hitter in the lineup. You can point to all the fingers, but that's what the reality of it was in the American League. You have the extra hitter. It was a 3-run homer the Earl Weaver way. There's a split-figure pitch, swung on and missed. Off to second goes the runner Kadama. He's going to steal second, and that throw is going to get into center field. It's going to be a strikeout to Ito as he is retired for the second out. But the base runner Kadama steals second, and he advances to third on the throwing error by Takuya Kai. So now they've got a runner at third with 2 out. That is going to bring up the center fielder Gakuto Wakabayashi. Andy says they had the DH when you were a kid. Actually, when I was born, the DH in the American League had not come into vogue. But when I started watching the game, the DH was already there. The first game I think I ever went to would have been in 1977. It was either 77 or 78. The Tigers and the Brewers were the first game that I went to. I'd have to look it up on Baseball Reference to see which year it actually was, 77 or 78. But the DH was in at that time. Here's the first offering to Wakabayashi, and he takes that for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. I have to say, the home plate umpire tonight has not been one of the finer performances. We've been pretty satisfied this year with the umpiring, but this is not one of the games that we are witnessing that's been a consistently called affair. But neither team is particularly upset. As here comes the 0-1 offering. There's the fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-1 on Wakabayashi. So yeah, to answer that question, as Andy says, not me, goes for his first 10 years, there was the pitcher's hit. So yeah, I do like the pitcher's hitting, as I say. It's I think it brings a different element to the game, especially when you have to have your pitchers bunt. People will moan and complain a little bit that the pitchers will get hurt. Well, the pitchers do that on their own with the Tommy John surgeries and the shoulder surgeries that are out there. And there's a breaking ball that misses to Wakabayashi, and the count is now 2-1. When you figure how many billions of dollars, not millions, billions of dollars are on the disabled list or the injured list in Major League Baseball, absolutely crazy. As the 2-1 pitch is ready to get on the way, as he kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Racing back is the center fielder, and that is Shudo, who makes the grab on the warning track. And that'll do it here in the 6th inning, as that is going to retire Wakabayashi for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs in the inning. There was a hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 7th inning, and it looks like we are going to have a reliever coming in for the Lions. Your score is the Seibu Lions 7 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for checking in with us.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 7th inning, and it'll be Taisi Makihara, Kira Nakamura, and Kenta Imamiya get things going here for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. And we're just going to take a peek here. We do have a new pitcher coming into the ball game for the Lions, as it is going to be a right-hander. We'll get you that spec here in just a second. It looks like it is going to be Tanoko. This is Jesus Tanoko on in relief. Former Rockies, Marlins, and Rangers pitcher. He is taking over. This is his first year in the NPB. He's working in his 7th ball game. He's got a record of 0-1. He's worked 5 1/3 innings. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and he's got a bit of a fluffed up ERA at 5.06. Jesus Tanoko in relief of Kaima Taira, who struggled his way through the early parts of it. And now he is out of the ball game, but he finished strong, and I guess that's what's most important, and he leaves with a 7-1 lead. So number 54, Jesus Tanoko in the ball game. Well, here comes the first offering as Makihara waiting on the pitch from Tanoko. That's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field. Racing back is Ito, and he's going to look up, and this one is off the wall. Digging for second and easily getting in there with a stand-up double is Makihara. They welcome Tanoko to the ball game with the first swing of the bat being driven off the right center field wall. That is going to bring up Akira Nakamura. So that is the first hitter of this game for the Hawks, not named Kurihara, to get a base hit. That's the 3rd hit of the game for the Hawks, and the first one by somebody other than Kurihara. Well, Nakamura steps to the plate. As we said, the Hawks are going to need some instant offense. He's batting .289 on the young campaign with a homer and 6 RBIs. And he pitches a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Nakamura walked and was caught stealing in the 2nd, and he's grounded out to 3rd in his 2 trips to the plate. As the right-hander holds set, now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that comes in at the knees for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Nakamura. Right-hander Tanoko holds to the set and now delivers. It's a split finger pitch and misses down, and the count goes to 1-2 on Akira Nakamura. So Tanoko greeted to the ball game. The first pitch that Makihara Sai rode him right to the pull gap. It's nothing like a statement like that. So here's the 1-2 to Nakamura. As he waggles the bat. That open stance, waiting on the offering here from the righty Tanoko, who delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is tapped softly over to short. It is fielded neatly by the shortstop Kadama. He's going to throw to first. It's going to be a ground out 6-3 for the first out of the inning, but advancing over to 3rd was Makihara. That ball was a chopper to the shortstop that forced him to have to come in. And Makihara is safe at 3rd. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. Well, for Imamiya, he is 0-2. He has flown to center and lined out to right as he waits here on the offering from the right-hander who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Moving over underneath it is Ito. He's going to make the catch. Tagging at 3rd and heading home with the 2nd run of the ball game is going to be Makihara. It's going to go down as a sac fly to 9. Imamiya gone for the 2nd out. Makihara scoring the 2nd run of the ball game for the Hawks, and they've cut the lead to 7-2. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Seiji Ubiashi. Well, for Ubiashi tonight, he is 0-2. He has struck out, and he has popped to the shortstop. So Makihara able to come around to score. 7-2 for the Lions. Here's the pitch. It's a split finger pitch. It misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0 to Ubiashi. Ubiashi is 6-30 now on the season, batting an even 200. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-0 to Ubiashi. Very interesting. It's 7-2 here, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now is going to be 2 balls and 1 strike to the Hawks right fielder. So waggling the bat, Zubayashi, here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count now goes even to 2-2. That would have been ball 3 most likely, as that pitch looked like it was well off the outside corner. So 2-2 to the Hawks, left-handed hitting right fielder. And here's the pitch. It's a split finger pitch swung on, and it is golfed into the upper deck. Oh boy, he hook barreled that one, got all the way around it. Hit it right into the top deck. Somebody there is going to go home with a nice souvenir. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as the right-hander Tinoco ready to deliver. He kicks and he fires. It's a breaking ball swung on, and this is tap foul behind home plate. And the count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As we said, the Hawks have cut the lead down to 7-2, but they are running out of outs here. And here's the pitch from Tinoco. It's a split finger pitch that is swung on and missed. Koga, or the catcher, Koga has to block it, and he throws to first. It's going to be a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here for Fukuoka. Well, they get a run back. They had a run in the inning. There was 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. Your score is the Lions 7 and the Hawks 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few after this. Appreciate you for listening in tonight. Here is Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to go check him out after the ball game, as we are moving now here to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks find themselves down 5. And it looks like we're going to have another pitching change here for the Hawks, as it will be number 26, a right-hander coming in. This is going to be Otsu. So this is Ryosuke Otsu on in relief for the Hawks here in this one. This is pitcher number 4 used by Fukuoka. And Otsu is their man. And he is going to be entrusted to face Shuta Tonosaki, Takia Nakamura, and David McKinnon, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order. We have some more scoring updates from around the NPB. It's now 2-0 for the Bay Stars. That's in the top of the 8th inning, leading the Yomiuri Giants. That game is in Nagasaki. Swallows have a 2-0 lead over the Dragons. That game is in the bottom of the 5th inning, as the first pitch is delivered, and it's going to miss upstairs for ball 1 to Tonosaki. Tigers and the Carp are 0-0 in the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, top of the 8th inning is the Marines with a 4-1 lead over the Fighters. And 2 balls that he has been retired on. That is going to put That's going to bring slated to bring Takia Nakamura to the plate. Well, for Nakamura in this one, he has been an on-base machine. He's had a home run. He's had a single. He's scored a couple of runs, and he's also walked. He's pulled his average up to 353 on the early going. The fountain of youth, whatever he's drinking, go get some. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left field. Coming in on it is the left fielder. And that is going to be a catch made by Kondo. And Nakamura is going to be gone for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to David McKinnon. Well, for McKinnon tonight, he is officially 0 for 2. He has popped to second, he has popped to first, and he has walked. And the first pitch is ready to come on the way from Otsu, who kicks and delivers. And it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. The Hawks are looking for their first 1-2-3 of the inning of the night that is of the conventional way. And here's the 0-1 pitch. As they kick and deliver, there's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep center field. Moving over underneath it is Shudo. He's got the room, and he's going to make the catch. And McKinnon is retired for the third out of the inning. Well, that was quick, everybody. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. First time tonight, the Hawks have been able to retire the Lions in order without allowing a base runner. We'll be back here in just a moment. We appreciate you guys for checking in with us. Your score 7-2 for the Lions over the Hawks, and we'll be back after this.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We have yet another pitching change for the Lions, as they are going to be bringing in a right-hander here, and it is going to be number 29, Aoyama Mikado, as he is coming on in relief here. Mikado is a rookie right-hander who has pitched in 4 ball games already. No wins, no losses. He does have a save. He has pitched 4 innings. He's allowed 2 hits. He's walked 3. He's struck out 1, and he's given up 1 earned run. He's got an ERA of 2.25. So the Hawks come to bat here. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters in the batting order, Kai, Shudo, and Kondo. The phrase Mikado Aoyama. Aoyama Mikado. So he has completed his warm-up tosses, and we are ready to get this one back underway. Third pitcher used tonight here by the Lions. Themselves a 5-run lead. Looks like we have a pinch hitter coming up here, and this is going to be Freddie Galvis, as he's going to be hitting for Takuya Kai. 0 for 3 on the year for Galvis. Galvis, the switch hitter, batting from the left side, and the first pitch is on the way. And it is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. It'll be the end of the night for Takuya Kai. We do have Willens Astudillo on the bench to the Hawks. And here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball that misses inside. The count goes even to 1-1. So 1-1 it is. Galvis waiting on the offering here from the right-hander who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, grounded through the 6-hole into left field, and Freddie Galvis is aboard with his first hit of the campaign. So he's got himself a leadoff single, and that's going to bring up Yukio Shudo. Well, the Hawks certainly aren't dead yet by any stretch of the imagination. Another base hit and a home run will cut the lead. They're going to need some instant offense here. As we said, they're running out of outs. They've only got 6 outs left in this one to come back and do some damage. So Galvis establishes his lead over at first base. David McKinnon is kind of pseudo-holding him on. He's already got a step or so into the infield. And there's a split-finger pitch swung on, and it is missed. The ball's in the dirt. It wasn't tipped. And racing over to second base is going to be Galvis. It's going to go in the books as a wild pitch. So I believe we're going to have no balls and 1 strike to Shudo. As we kind of look at the replay, that ball was down. Would have needed a 9-iron to have to hit that one. So the young rookie right-hander here looking to find his sea legs. As he works to the belt, checks the runner Galvis at second. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal to the third base umpire, but they say that Shudo didn't go, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 strike it is. Shudo waggles the bat. And here comes the offering from the right-hander who holds set. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. As we said, it's a pretty healthy crowd here to see these two teams at the Tokyo Dome. We don't have an official attendance yet. As the 2-1's on the way, it's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to the right side, fielded by the first baseman McKinnon, who takes it himself. It's going to be a ground out to 3. It's going to advance Galvis over to third. So they got a runner at third with 1 gone, and that's going to bring up Kazuki Kondo. Well, for Kondo tonight, he's been on base twice. Both of them have come via the walk. He has also popped out to the shortstop, so officially 0 for 1 for him. So Yuki Yanagita waits his turn on deck, and here comes the first offering to Kondo. It is a fastball that misses up and away for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Freddie Galvis 90 feet away, but they're going to need a few more Galvises to score. They're able to cash this one in. So here comes the offering now to Kondo, who is waiting here, and it's a split finger pitch and misses down. It's going to be ball 2, 2-0 to Kondo. One thing I'd like to know is the average time of the weekend games versus the midweek games. Always seems like the midweek games go by at a much quicker pace. We do have a scoring update from the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. The Buffaloes are now trailing 2-1 to the Golden Eagles. Boy, we're going to be back into the rough stretch again where we're going to be missing out on a lot of games. As the right-hander ready to deliver, he kicks and he fires. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count is now 3-0. So the Hawks are going to look to try to get some runs back here. Got to chip away here in the 8th inning. So 3 balls and no strikes it is to Kondo. Yuki Yanagita waits his turn on deck. And here comes the offering. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 3-1. So Mikado On in relief here. And here comes the offering as he works to the set position. Now he delivers. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes full to Kondo at 3-2. So Minato Ayama on the mound here. Leans in, he gets the sign from catcher Koga. And now he works to the set position. Here comes the 3-2. He kicks and he delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is tapped slowly over to first. Fielded by McKinnon. He's going to take it himself. That's going to bring in the third run of the ball game. It's going to be an RBI ground out for Kondo. He gets himself a ribby, brings in Freddie Galvis from third. That's going to be 2 outs, and it's going to leave it all up to the designated hitter, Yuki Yanagita. So the Hawks are able to get themselves another run back. They're going to keep chipping here, but they are still 4 runs away from tying this ball game up against the Lions. And here's the first pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. Yanagita tonight, 0 for 3 and 3 trips. He's batting .275 now as his averages plummeted in this one. And here's the pitch. It's a slow breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Top of the 8th inning, and the Lions are holding on to a 7-3 lead as the Hawks have just cashed one in. There's a fastball that misses outside. Count is now 2-1 to Yanagita. So here's the 2-1 offering as it's on its way from Oyama, and it's a fastball that misses inside. Count is now 3-1. Well, you walk to Yanagita here and a home run makes this game very entertaining. And it also probably sewers the people for the under in this one. As here comes the 3-1 offering. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. There's that inconsistency again, as that pitch did look down. We're going to catch that one on the replay. And yep, you got to say that Yanagita had a beef. He turned to go to first base, and up went the right hand of the home plate umpire. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Yanagita. Oyama ready to go again. He holds set, and now he delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses up high, and then Yanagita slowly stays in the batter's box to make sure that it is ball 4. And he's going to get himself a 2-out walk. It's going to bring up Ryoya Kurihara. And it's also going to bring the pitching coach out to the mound to talk to his young right-hander, as Toyota is out there to have his say. But the runner at first, Yanagita, and it is going to be Ryoya Kurihara striding to the plate, who's 2 for 3 tonight. 2 of the 4 hits belong to this man. Well, the conference is over. We're ready to go back to work. Lions fans are in full voice. So the runner at first, Yanagita, establishes his lead. They're not really holding him on. They kind of are. They kind of aren't. And here comes the pitch. As the pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Kurihara is going to want to try to be able to turn on something. So 1 ball and no strikes as the right-hander holds set at the belt. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that is swung on and missed. It's going to run the count to 1-1. Sometimes the swings are so undisciplined. That would have been one right there. You just got to bide your time and wait a little bit, because he's got to come to you as the pitcher. Well, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And it's on the way. It's a split finger pitch. Swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right hitter Oyama ready to deliver again. He's got the batter Kurihara in the hole here, but that's where he gets tough usually. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. As he kicks and delivers, that's a split finger pitch and misses down. The count is now 2-2. He's going to have to pitch to him at some point here. In the top of the 8th, and the scoreline has been cut to 4 as the Lions have a 4-3 lead over the Hawks. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as the left-handed hitting Kurihara waits on the offering. And here it comes. It's a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. Kurihara goes down on strikes for out number 3, and that's going to do it here for Fukuoka on their half of the 8th inning. They had a run in the inning. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. The score is the Seibu Lions 7 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a pitching change for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks as they are bringing in a left-hander. This is going to be number 56. It's going to be Taru on the mound. And we'll get you the specs on him in just a moment. So Fumimaru Taru, you're taking over here. He's going to be working in his 4th ball game of the year. 4 innings pitched. He's allowed 3 hits. No walks, 1 strikeout, and he's got a sparkling ERA of 0. So Fumimaru Taru on in relief. Well, Taru is set to face Mark Payton, Ninting Wu, and Yudo Koga. So 2 left-handed hitters to come to bat to face him straight away. Mark Payton in this one here, 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. He's also drawn a walk. A home run was his 3rd of the year. He's raised his average to 224. So he bats here. He's got 3 homers and 11 runs batted in now. Does the American left-handed hitting outfielder. And the pitch is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. And the count is 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to Payton. As the lefty works to the set position, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike. Not sure that Payton necessarily agreed with that one. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. As the lefty kicks and delivers, it's a slow breaking ball that comes side, almost hits Payton. Sure why he didn't roll into that pitch. He rolls into it as opposed to fading away a little bit. Probably would have been okay. So here comes the 2-1 offering as it's on its way. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is now 2-2 to Payton. Hawks jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first inning, and then 7 straight runs answered back by the Lions, including that 5-run fifth. As a breaking ball swung on it, as fouled off. He's going to run the count, or keep the count at 2-2 to Peyton. The new catcher in the ball game to replace Takuya Kai. Uno or Mine? We're going to have to look. It looks like it is Mine. Okay, Mine in the catch here. Was a former Yokohama Dana base star catcher, and the pitch is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. Count remains at 2-2. He spent a good chunk of seasons with the Bay Stars. 9 to be exact. This is his 10th year in the NPB, as Mine is doing the catching now. And here comes the offering to Mark Payton as he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is tapped slowly back to the pitcher. It is fielded neatly, and it is going to be thrown to first, and it is going to be the 1-up and 1-away rule. Ground out 1-3 for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up third baseman Ning Ting Wu. Well, for Wu on the evening, he is officially 0 for 2. He has flown to right and grounded to second, but he's also walked. His average now has dipped down to 250, and the first pitch to him is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. The count is 1-0. As we said, Wu definitely, as a versatile player, finding him at bats is going to be a problem. And there's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 1-1, but it's a good problem to have for the Lions. Where do you play him? Well, Tanasaki holds pretty good. Ido's played some third base, some first base. There's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul behind home plate. The count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Whether you listen live or whether you listen on delay, we do appreciate everybody coming in to listen to the Hawks and the Lions. Not a big crowd for this one here tonight. As we mentioned, we're going to be doing Marines and Hawks on the weekend. We may even do the full 3-game set as the 1-2 is on its way. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Wu has gone on strikes for out number 2. That's going to leave it all up to Yuta Koga. Well, for Koga, he is officially 1 for 2 in this one. He singled his last time up. He's grounded to first. He's also had a sacrifice bunt. So Koga stepping up to the plate to face the Fukuoka lefty who works to the set. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Yuta Koga. Senisuge got the night off tonight from behind the plate. He's usually the other catcher that we see. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count now goes even to 1-1. Fumimaru Taru is the pitcher here. On the way, it's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2 to Koga. So he's looking to retire Koga here for the final out of the 8th inning. He's got him in the hole at 1-2. As the former 5th pick in the 2017 draft ready to deliver. Haru kicks and he fires. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2 to Koga. One ball and 2 strikes. As we mentioned earlier on, this is the tough one for us, keeping our eyelids open here to get our pregame nap in. But the game has moved along at a decent clip. Here's the 1-2 offering. It's a fastball swung on and missed. That is going to do it. Coco goes down on strikes. That is it here for the Lions in their half of the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. Through 8 complete, your score is 7-3 for the Lions over the Hawks. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. So we'll take our time and then we'll come back and close this one out for you as we are going to be moving to the top of the 9th inning. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be Shinsuke Sato coming on in relief for the Lions. He is going to be the 4th pitcher used tonight. So Shinsuke Sato on in relief as he's going to take over from Ayama, who left the ball game. So that is where we at here. So this is going to be Sato on in relief. What has Sato done this year? Well, he has going to be working in his 6th ball game. He's 1-0 on the year. He's a left-hander who is going to work 3 1/3 innings. He's given up 3 walks. He has struck out 2, and he's got an ERA of 0. So he is just completing his warm-up tosses, and he is going to be facing Makihara, Nakamura, and Imamiya, which is the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Fukuoka batting order. So looking to put this one away is Sato. As he's completing his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to resume here in just a couple moments. Once this game is done, we will give you a recap here, and then we'll also give a recap from around the NPB. Some of the games are moving into the latter stages. Finally, some scoring at the Cochin. It is a 1-0 lead for the Carp over the Tigers. Oh boy, another rough night for us at the office and the prediction department. Only one right now that's coming through for us is the Swallows. Everything else we've just been zigging and zagging. And tonight we are zagging again. So here comes the first offering to Taisi Makihara as Sato kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Sato, the left-hander, ready to go back to work. As the lefty leans in, he gets the sign. And now he's going to work to the set position. And he kicks. And he delivers. It's a fastball that is swung on and missed. Runs the count to 0-2 now to Makihara. Well, Makihara looking to find a way to get on base. They need base runners. 1 for 3 for him tonight as he doubled and scored a run his last time up. As here comes the 0-2 offering. It's a fastball swung on. And it's going to be lifted foul down the left field line. The count remains at 0-2. It's not a safe situation for Sato. He is looking to try to finish this one off here for the Lions. So no balls and 2 strikes as the lefty works it to the belt as he comes south. And here comes the 0-2 as he kicks. He delivers. It's a slow breaking ball swung on at his top foul down the third base line. It's going to roll foul. The count is going to remain at no balls and 2 strikes. Hawks need instant runs, but more importantly, they need base runners. some base runners on, it can give you the opportunity to bank some guys home. So no balls and 2 strikes as the left-hander Sato comes to the set position. And here he kicks and he delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted foul down the left field line. Makihara is turning into a tough out. That's 5 pitches now in the at-bat, all of which have been strikes. So no balls and 2 strikes. Left-hander against the left-hander as Makihara digs in here, ready to face the offering from Sato, who kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is grounded foul past the third base bag, and the count remains at 0-2. Just a piece of slap hitting here for Makihara, doing whatever he can to try to stay alive so he can possibly get on base. So no balls and 2 strikes. The left-hander works to the set position. And now he kicks and he delivers. It is a breaking ball again swung on and again tap foul. Going to be pitch number 9 coming up in this at-bat. Taisi Makihara. So left-hander to left-hander. We're ready to go again here. Sato works to the set position. Here's the 0-2. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. They finally got him. It's going to be picked up on the hop. And they're going to have to retire Makihara 2-3 for the first out of the inning. Pretty good at bat there by the left-handed hitting second baseman. Ended up being an 8-pitch at bat. Did not throw a ball, did Sato. Everything was strikes. Well, that's going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Nakamura, who comes to bat. He is 0 for 2. He's got a walk in the evening. He takes a first pitch fastball for a call. The count is 0-1. So Sato tonight, 9 pitches, 9 strikes so far. Can't say he's not been around the zone. And here comes the offering from the lefty Sato. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 1-1. Even that pitch there was pretty close. Be sure to stick around for us after the ball game. We'll give you a recap of the scoring in this one. And we'll update you on all the out-of-town scores as some of those games are getting into the latter stages. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is looped softly up the middle, fielded by Tonosaki, who throws to first. And Nakamura is going to be retired. It's going to go down as a ground out 4-3 for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to the catcher, Kenta Imamiya, or shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. Well, so far, I guess we've done not so bad considering we're running on empty. We've got 1 out to go assuming the Hawks don't make a miraculous comeback. Well, it's going to bring up the catcher, Mene, to the plate. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on and it's fouled away. The count is 0-1. Imamiya out of the ball game. The catcher, Mene, in here to hit. No balls and 1 strike it is. This is his first plate appearance in this one, as the first pitch here is no balls and 1 strike. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line. And now the Hawks are down to their final strike. So no balls and 2 strikes it is to Mene. The big blows in this one all came in the 5th inning, when it was Shuta Tonosaki hitting his second home run, a 3-run shot, and then Mark Payton following it up a couple of batters later with a 2-run blast. And there's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. That is how this game has went tonight. So the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, who've been playing outstanding baseball, are going to drop one here at the Tokyo Dome if they don't do something quick. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 1-2 to Mine. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as the lefty Sato gets his sign from his catcher, Koga, and here he goes. He's ready to deliver. He kicks and he fires. It is a fastball. Swung on and missed. And that is going to do it. The Hawks got the first run of the ball game, and it was all Lions after that. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. Your final score, the Seibu Lions 7 and the Hawks 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. We'll wrap this one up for you. We appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Welcome back, everybody. We'll give you the recap of this one. We'll give you the Uptown scoreboard, and then we're going to call it a night. The ball game got going in the first inning. The Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks opened the scoring. It was a walk to Yukio Shudo and then a walk to Kazuki Kondo. After Yuki Yanagita struck out, it was a base hit single by Ryoya Kurihara that drove home Shudo with the first run of the ball game. And then it was all Lions for 7 straight runs. In the fourth inning, Shuda Tonosaki with 1 out hit a solo shot. And that tied the ball game, and then up stepped Takeya Nakamura, and he drilled one into the seats. And that made the score 2-1 for the Lions, and they really never looked back. In the fifth inning, they put up a 5 spot, and that started off with a leadoff walk to Ryosuke Kadama, then a double by Ito, and after Wakabayashi struck out looking, up came Tonosaki. He deposited his second home run of the game, a 3-run homer into the left field seat, so that gave the scoreline of 5-1. Well, Takeya Nakamura singled, and then after a David McKinnon pop-out, it was a 2-run homer by Mark Payton that increased the scoreline to 7-1. Well, the Hawks got some consolation runs late. In the 7th inning, it was a leadoff double by Taisi Makihara. And then after a groundout by Nakamura advanced him to third, a sac fly off the bat of Kenta Amamiya made the score 7-2. And then in the 8th inning, a leadoff base hit by Freddie Galvis, who came on to pinch hit for Takuya Kai. And it was Yukio Shudo who grounded out. And that was the Kazuki Kondo who had a RBI groundout that brought home Freddie Galvis for the 3rd run of the ball game. And that is where this one ended. Again, your final score is the Seibu Lions 7 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 3. Now, as we go look at the out-of-town scoreboard, all the other games are approaching near the final portion of the ball game. We can give you the finals first. Only other game that's checked in as a final is a 2-0 final between the Bay Stars and the Giants, as Yokohama has won that game in Nagasaki tonight. In the top of the 7th inning in Matsuyama, another neutral site game, the Swallows lead the Dragons 2-0. In the bottom of the 9th inning, we checked in, and the Tigers are trailing the Carp 1-0, but they had action going. Not sure where that one stands yet. Maybe we'll get a final before we get out of here. Top of the 9th inning, the Marines are leading the Fighters 4-1. The other game is the Buffaloes are trailing the Golden Eagles 3-1. As we go take a look at that 9th inning and see if we could pull up something here. Looks like that they have runners at second and third. I think it looked like there was a walk there to Koji Chikamoto, but we don't know that exactly for sure. We haven't got the update on that one. Last piece to this event here is the game between these two ball clubs. The Lions and the Hawks was played in front of an attendance of 41,568. And that is how this game ended. It didn't look like there were too many empty seats in there at all. All right, everybody. Once again, it's been another Last Rouse Baseball video production. We thank our friends who were in and here with us tonight. It was Andy. We thank you again. CV Baseball Card Collector, TYN. Big Chief jumped in. Our friend Titus. Not to mention Mick, Official, and TYN, who made it in here as well. Once again, everybody, have a great night, and we will catch you again later in the week. Again, the final, the Lions 7 and the Hawks 3.